So this is the EURUSD end of day buy analysis for Friday the 20th of October. Now, this buy analysis is not a trade recommendation or investment advice. This is purely based on these triangles you can see on the charts. The black triangles indicate short signals and the red triangles indicate buy signals. This analysis is performed in relation to the indicator I've just mentioned that provides these black triangles and these red triangles. Now, let's just have a look at prices. So we've just had a recent, on the 19th, we've had a signal on the daily chart. All this indicator is being used on the daily chart, and with this indicator, the stop for any hypothetical trade is placed at the low of the signal candle, which in this case would be 1768. And then we look for the most recent highs for possible target, and the most recent high was in and around about 120. Was it 120? Let's say 120.85. So that's the target, 120.85, and we've already outlined the stop. Now let's have a look if there are any potential, based on price action, if there is anything supporting the so-called bullish signal in prices. So let's just get the drawing tool out. Now we can see over here we had some support. We've come down into that area and we found a support again, and most recently we've posted a higher low. So we've had a low here and a higher low there. So higher lows supportive of bullish momentum. Now we have to be cautious of this area around here, as we did have a bit of selling there, and in and around there we had some selling in around the 120 level. So our target's up at 120.85, and we had some selling around there. So overall, you can see on this market, it's pretty clear by looking at this 50-period moving average that the market is in an uptrend. We slightly broke to the downside from this move here, but we appear that we are going back up for another retest. We could break down and come all the way down to where we might have support in around this region, in around 115, but overall the signal is to the upside, so we look for upside targets despite there being the possibility that we might post a lower high and head downwards for a deeper retracement on euro dollar. So if we have a look at the time frames above, so let's just have a look at the weekly, for example, and just waiting for this chart to load. So on the weekly time frame, we can clearly see we're in an uptrend. After the French elections, the markets have gapped up, haven't really looked back. We've traded all the way through a 200-period moving average. We've come back down to test it. Got a 20-period moving average beneath that as well, and we do appear to have a bull flag forming for a potential move to the upside. So it does appear at the moment that we're going down for a potential move to the upside. Above, we'll be looking at possibly the 125 level in around 123s. Let's just zoom out a bit on these. Let's just see. Nope, I'm going to have to close that off and zoom out a bit to see. We've got a potential area here where we did see some selling on the weekly chart. If this chart will be more compliant, and we did see some selling. Well, we did see some buying from there in and around that 120.38. We expected prices to go above that anyway. 120.38. Yeah, we do expect prices to go above that. So possibly looking at this area over here in and around the 124 levels. See how prices react there before the possible 125. But those are long-term targets. We don't expect the signal to hold until prices get up to the 125 level. But We don't expect prices to hold up to 125, but then again, we can see over here from 2016 where prices did we did get a signal. If I can get this tool to work sometime today, and we didn't get a counter signal till about there, and that was essentially 2000. Wow, it was 2000 pips actually. So on the daily chart we had, no, it was more than that actually. Let's have a look at this. So we had a signal in around there. Technology. So let's see if we can get this right. So it was about there, and we came up to about there. So yeah, it's about 2000 pips on that signal. Now there would be a tremendous bull run. We have to be aware that the Fed is likely to raise rates in December, and we're likely to get a market reaction of selling of the euro, possibly gold against the dollar, the initial market reaction. But overall, the signal is to the upside. Also supporting potentially is this weekly signal to the upside as well off the 200 period moving average. But yep, the bull, there does appear that we're forming a bull flag on the 200 period moving average. And I suppose we could look at this chart at the moment and say we had a low down here, a higher low there before the big bull run. We've come back down for support, found support there, put in a what could be termed a higher low again after the pullback for a move to the upside. So let's just have a look at the monthly chart finally on euro dollar. And let's see where we are on the monthly chart again. It's going to be similar to the weekly chart. It's going to be a bull flag after a pretty strong run since the French elections. As we can see here, we've come down into the area down below. We've found some support down here in around the 105 level. We've broke out above these highs here, and we're up into that 50 period moving average. We've got a 200 period moving average just above us there. We've got this major level all the way up to 140. We expect prices to somehow, I can see prices reacting before there. We've got these lows over here that we have to be aware of. So we've got 125, we've got these lows there for that lineup of 125. We could potentially see a heavier retracement or possible reversal. We did have let's see, so on a monthly chart again we do appear to be putting in a bull flag for a move to the upside. So yeah, that should wrap up the analysis, the end of day buy analysis, which is only which is not a trade recommendation or investment advice for euro dollar. So before I go, LCS, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.